Hello, all of our ghouls, goblins, and ghosties. We are a cyclone of fright, and we are happy to have you back. I am, of course, the one, the only, Damon the Scorpion Pill, the closest thing to divinity on earth. And I am joined, as usual now, by my lovely sister, Bagalagala, or as she likes to be known.
Tell.
You are free to embellish a little or give yourself a bigger intro, right? You don't have to just be like, tell. You could be like, tell the destroyer of trolls. I don't know. I mean, have you ever destroyed a troll before?
Not to my knowledge, no.
I thought you had. I guess with your height, everyone's a troll to you, right?
I mean, there was that one troll that apparently went evil, and Mom had to bury it in the backyard and then burn it on fire, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, one of those little troll dolls.
Yes.
What was
It
it?
was like, help me, as it fell into the water one day, and apparently that meant it was possessed.
Maybe he just couldn't swim.
Could be.
Anyways, we are back with another one of our random horror movie things where we pick from the bag of randomness to put together a horror movie. Mainly because we feel like this is actually the way some of these horror movies are done. We watch a lot of horror movies, and I mean a lot. And we watch a lot of crappy horror movies. Now, just because you're a B movie doesn't mean you have to be crap. But some of them we feel like lose the plot along the way because they do this. Would you agree that we feel like they actually do this?
Yes, some of them seem to forget what they were about in the first place.
So we are going to be putting together our own random horror movie once again. And something for you guys to look forward to in the future. We're going to be doing some things where we kind of incorporate these videos in our own fun way. Also, if any of you guys happen to be at PopCon next weekend up in Indy, you could stop by, see us at our booth. We will be selling our books. But shameless plugs to the side, it is time to pull our first thing. Now, what do you think we're going to get first? Do you think we're going to get murder or scenery? What do you think it's going to be?
I think the plot.
Ain't no way that you're getting the plot in the first 10 minutes of a horror movie. Remember, each one of these represent about 10 minutes. There's no way we're getting a plot in the first 10 minutes. Da-na-na-na-na. And we have... someone tripped over a shovel. That's the opening scene. Now, we don't know if they're running or anything. All we know is they tripped over a shovel. So I'm imagining it's kind of like Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. How he's always just walking and then a rake is somehow in front of him and slaps him in the face.
Probably. It could be in their backyard. For some reason, they just didn't put the shovel away.
Nah, I think it's better they're like at school, just walking down the hallway, and just a random shovel and they trip over it. And who knows, maybe it's in front of the stairwell. So they trip over it, boing, 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 down.
Well, groundskeeper Willie is not going to be happy.
Okay, so after someone trips on a shovel, what happens next? Oh, let's see. So the person who tripped on the shovel is turned into a fluffy cloud candy by creepy clowns from outer space. So I can only imagine the clowns are the ones who place the shovel now.
Indeed. It seems like they had a plan in motion.
Well, I gotta say, this is actually going together better than some horror movies we've seen. We're 20 minutes in, we've had someone trip over a shovel and get turned into cotton candy. I mean...
hey, maybe that's why the shovel was there. You know, clowns do like to use unusual props.
I don't know. I still like to think that it was like the dude's girlfriend trying to give him a message of like, pick up your stuff. He just happens to trip into a thing of space clowns?
Yes. Tasty space candy, indeed, is what the clown would say.
Okay, so the clowns aren't working alone. So after the clowns turn someone into cotton candy, they feed them to spiders. Now that's a creepy thought. It's like a space clown feeding you to a spider. Wonder if it's a space spider or just a normal spider.
Probably space spiders. Space spiders versus space clowns.
Well, no, apparently they're working together because this very clearly says fed to spiders, meaning the clowns actively chose to feed it to the spiders. So are we in a, like, alien movie, a clown movie, or a spider movie at the moment? Maybe, I think this is starting to go random. I don't know what genre we're in.
Unknown genre at this particular point.
Okay, let's see what these space clowns with some spiders are up to. Well, apparently someone must have stepped up to the clown. Or the spider, I guess. Because their head is stepped on and smashed into pulp. Now, for any of you who don't watch a bunch of horror movies, this, oddly enough, is a very common thing. They really like the whole, like, someone stepping on someone's head and turning it into pulp.
Yeah, for some reason, there's no bones or anything else in the person's head. It's just like, pew, dead.
The thing I never get on that is, most of the time these guys are either basic strength or they are considered, like, uber strength where, like, they're stronger than 1,000 humans combined, right?
Yes, usually.
Yet for some reason, like, the person can grab a human, rip them in half. But it takes them, like, 20 steps to smash their head. I've never quite got that. There's something, like, disproportionate there. Like, 20 stomps to smash their head. But they can just rip you in half in, like, a millisecond.
Maybe it's the extra takes that they just left in.
But, yeah, so, brutal death there.
And how far in are we in the movie?
We'd be over halfway now. So, yeah, we're really getting random now. So, I would say this might be attributed to the space clowns instead of the spiders. Lawnmower turns on and runs over a person. So someone's ran over by their own lawnmower now in this movie. So I guess we're on the paranormal now.
But the question is, was it a push mower or a Hank Hill type mower?
Definitely a push mower. You know, the mower where if you let go, it just turns off and it can't propel itself forward. Yeah, somehow it's always those that people get ran over by. They never get ran over by, like, a riding lawnmower or anything. It's always a push mower. And, it's always a push mower.
Well, you know, push mowers, I guess, have to have sales.
That increases sales, people getting ran over by them. I gotta say, if your brand of push mower was known for being possessed and running over the person mowing with them, I don't think I'd buy your brand.
You would think, but look at the amount of people that go to the museums to possibly get possessed.
Oh, that's just because they hope that the possession will give them the ability to see hot women. Like, 9 out of 10 guys would do that. I personally wouldn't, because me and the demon would sit there having an argument with one another. Because the demon would want out of my head, and I'd be like, nah, you chose this. You're staying.
It probably would be scary if it was in your head.
Dun 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 dun. Okay, wow. What is with, like, this movie and heads? Electric guitar smashed over a head. Like, having a head in this movie is like driving a car in other movies. Like, it's just a death sentence.
Well, I mean, maybe the clowns brought the guitars. Don't know why they would, but I guess maybe.
Well, that one, I don't even know if it would be a space clown that would smash an electric guitar over your head. That just sounds like a regular person. I don't even think space clowns and spiders are in the movie anymore. We've moved on to paranormal mowers, and like this just sounds like a bandmate, aching up over one of them getting to date the hot chick. And the other one's like, no, man, I'll show you.
Must have stole the hot chick from the drummer then.
Ain't no drummer touching an electric guitar even to smack someone over the head with. That violates every drummer code there is. He has to take his drummer stick and shove it right up your butt. He's not allowed to touch a guitar even to kill you. Everyone knows that.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
He loses his drummer card and can never drum again.
He's already mega famous, so he's not too pressed about it. And how far are we into the movie at this particular point?
We're at the, rising point, the climax of the movie. This movie's really all over the place. Okay, so, 'twas the viewer's father-in-law. Look behind you! So, the space clowns were actually the viewer of our father-in-law. So, their mother married a space clown who likes to feed people to spiders and occasionally stomps on people's heads, runs them over with push mowers, and hits them upside the head with a guitar.
I mean, they do have the franchise stepfather for a reason.
Okay, so for the last pull, we're going to need the other bag. Okay, so in our exciting movie where it was actually your guys' father-in-law, which I don't know what you guys are doing in your personal life, but I guess make sure to keep watching our videos. Just don't let your father-in-law near us. Do you agree?
Yeah, watch out for him, definitely.
I mean, unless, the space clowns need to buy books, I mean, I'm okay with selling our books to murderous space clowns. I mean, I'd imagine murderous space clowns' money spends as well as anyone else's.
Probably better than some people's money.
Okay, let's see what we have in our special bag here. So, our protagonist, our final girl in this last movie, do you want to give her a name?
Tammy.
Did he say Cammy or Tammy?
Tammy.
Tammy.
Yes.
Okay, so Tammy survived the events of your father-in-law, the, murderous space clown who feeds people to spiders, after stomping in their heads to make a nice orange juice pulp for the spider. So I guess so the spider doesn't have to waste its venom, trying to melt you down. He smashes you into a nice pulp so the spider can just drink you up. So I think that's where the head smashing comes in. That's why he was so... and the mower.
It's the blender.
The mower is to, liquefy the person. All of it comes back to their father-in-law, the space clown, feeding his pet spider.
He likes to make human margaritas, apparently.
Okay, so Tammy survived the events of the movie, but then has an allergic reaction and dies shortly afterwards. So, she survives your father-in-law and dies to an allergic reaction. I wonder if it's to human cotton candy. I imagine that you might have an allergic reaction to that.
I mean, at the very least, I think you might turn into a Wendigo, but who knows?
I don't know. If they've been turned into cotton candy by a space clown, is that still cannibalism?
I definitely think it is.
I don't know. I don't think it is. Human cotton candy.
Disturbing.
I don't know why she said that. But, yeah, so we had an exciting movie today that I guess in the end makes a little bit more sense. We've been able to piece it together to kind of make it seem like an actual plot instead of a bunch of random things. So your father-in-law, the space clown, has a pet spider. Any particular breed of spider? Breed? No. Species? Species of spider that you'd like for, their father-in-law to have?
Sicarius spiders.
What?
The spiders from, Criminal Minds, the new seasons.
Is that even a real thing?
According to the show, yes. Apparently they can survive for like 3-4 weeks without food, and they like come up out of the ground or wherever and just like kill you.
They kill you.
Well, on the show, usually they're being shoved down someone's throat, but I mean, I'm not really sure otherwise.
Well, so she has her weird Criminal Minds spider that may or may not be real. I'm going to go with I'm just going to go with the classic orb weaver. But either way, your father-in-law has his pet spider of whatever species, and he chooses to feed it not flies or insects or things that normal people would do it, because he's a space clown. Remember, space clown. So he's not a normal person. Not normal at all. I mean, he's also your father-in-law, and so that kind of makes me think you're not normal, but hey, we're not going to shame our viewers too much.
I mean, how did he get his paperwork to get married in the first place?
Oh, it's easy for a space clown. You just show up and say, yo, you want to become human cotton candy? And if they answer no, they just hand you the piece of paper. If they answer yes, like you make them into human cotton candy, and then the next person steps up, and if they don't want to be made into human cotton candy, they give you the paperwork.
But I thought the spray-tanned person hated illegal aliens.
But he's legal. It's a clown. So, your father-in-law, the space clown, and his pet spider, which he feeds human, turns people into things that the spider can easily digest. So, cotton candy. Head pulp from having their head smashed. Ran over by a lawnmower, which is the same as, turning a human on liquefy in the blender. Which, I gotta say, that's not as fun as it sounds. I've tried it a couple of times, and oh my god, the cleanup afterwards. You never get to use that blender again. Like, it's always stained with it.
Well, I mean, blood does usually stain.
And then, of course, apparently beating someone over the head with an electric guitar to make more head pulp. His spider must just love head pulp. That must be, like, his favorite. You know how, like, Mom used to say they all fight over the squirrel brains? Like, the spider must just love head pulp. And our brave survivor, Tammy, lives through all of this. She doesn't become victim of the spider, but then dies of an allergic reaction. Seems kind of anticlimactic.
I think she probably shouldn't have eaten her father-in-law's food.
Yeah, I don't think it was her father-in-law. I'd like to imagine it was just like a Girl Scout selling cookies, and the dude was like, "Hey, girl, come in and see my pet spider." Yup.
That's creepy to the max for sure.
But if you do, I'll buy some cookies. I'll buy 2 boxes if you come into my house.
Said every documentary ever about serial killers.
Don't know what you mean. I'm just being a friendly neighbor. Yup.
A friendly neighborhood in where? Hewitt, Texas?
Don't you dare talk bad about my family. Besides, I'm not eating the humans. I'm feeding it to my spider. Trying to act like I'm the bad one. Like, I'm so bad. No.
Oh, my bad. That, the father-in-law that liquefies humans into cotton candy wouldn't be guilty of, eating a human.
But we hope you enjoyed this episode. We have a lot of fun doing these random horror plots because, like I said, we actually think this is how they make the B horror movies. So what's the title of this one?
father-in-laws from outer space.
Were there more than one father-in-law then?
Well, I mean, the two people are married, so I would assume there'd be two father-in-laws. Hers is just less murderous.
So, is it a gay couple? Like, how are there two father-in-laws? Or is it like a throuple situation? Like, her actual father married two other dudes, so that's how there's father-in-laws? Like, plural?
Well, no, because she would have a father, I'm assuming. He would have a father, so thus each one of them would have a father-in-law.
But what if they don't? What if her father's been dead for 1,000 years?
Maybe he was secretly a space clown and she just didn't know.
So now they're siblings, you're saying?
Well, no, I'm just saying, I never said for sure whose father it was.
The viewer. We very clearly did. It's not Tammy's father. It's the viewers.
Yeah.
Anyone who watches this video. If they have a father-in-law, he's actually a space clown feeding people to his pet spider. I'd watch out if I was you guys.
Be careful who you marry.
But it wouldn't be them marrying it.
Well, they'd have to marry someone to have a father-in-law.
No. They just have to give someone a donut. That's how you get a father-in-law. Everyone knows that.
I thought that's how you got the popo.
No. You get the po-po by screaming, "Oh no! Black cat across the road!"
I thought it was white woman in trouble.
No. Ain't no one coming to a white woman in trouble. Because you know she's just going to be yelling at you. It's going to be like, "Oh my God, you guys didn't get here faster? Here I am, a white woman in trouble, and you guys couldn't be bothered to get here 3 minutes sooner? Like, dude already stole all my stuff, took my daughter, eloped with her? Like, they're already halfway to Mexico by now. Even though they went north, but they just went north so I wouldn't know they were going to Mexico. But I know they were going to Mexico. How do I know they were going to Mexico? Because the dude looked Asian.
Makes sense to an idiot, maybe.
But, yeah, you guys have a great one. We will see you guys next time. You have any final words for our ghosts, ghouls, and goblins?
Yeah, try not to end up like on this movie plot.
Try not to apparently be made into mulch, pulp, or anything liquefied for a spider to consume. I think that's good advice to live by. Don't become spider food. Especially since half of them, like their bite gives you horribly painful erections that won't go away for hours upon hours and can even cause to erectile dysfunction that never goes away afterwards. The new Viagra, guys. Just grab a spider and let it bite you.
Couldn't be any worse than some of those commercials they used to have back in the day with those people smiling all. As her husband was taking the blue pill.
But we will see you guys next time. Have a blast. This is a Cyclone of Fright. Signing off. And don't worry, not all our videos will be 20 plus minutes. We have some shorter 5-minute long videos and other things on the works. Because we do have a lot of fun with these videos and we have a lot coming. Until next time, enjoy yourself. And if you have a father-in-law, watch out behind you.